channel. So today I'm coming to you guys with a new kind of video. If you are familiar with my channel, you know that I frequent the music festival scene quite often. And if I'm not at a music festival, I am at a concert of some sort. Figured I would give some advice on how to not only survive music festivals, but how to afford them. So let's go ahead and hop into this video. So I did ask Twitter to give me some questions that they have about music festivals. So I'm gonna answer those first, and any additional, tips that I have I'll add later, and then we'll talk about affording music festivals. The first question that I got a lot was, how much did you pack to avoid getting your bags checked? I did manage to take a carry-on on all my trips. Most of the time music festivals happen in the spring or summer, so most of your clothes are like, thin or light or little, like they're not that heavy in material, so it's easier to pack more stuff since they're lighter. And another trick that I do is I roll my clothes instead of folding them. When I roll them, I have more room and I have more space to put more stuff in it. And also, if I had a heavier item, like say I took a jacket, like a denim jacket, I wore it onto the plane so I didn't have to pack it. The next question that I got a lot was, what kind of outfit and makeup should you wear to a music festival? And I'm just going to tell you this right now, music festivals are very taxing, physically, mentally, emotionally. Like, you need to take care of yourself. That's a top priority. And one way of taking care of yourself is by dressing comfortably. So what I wear to music festivals is usually like some cut-off shorts, a band t-shirt, some combat boots, and I'll probably bring a flannel or this kind of light kimono thing with me. And the reason why I wear combat boots, this is very important, is because you do not want to wear open-toe shoes at a music festival. You do not. There are a ton of people at music festivals, and you're going to be going through crowds, and when you go through crowds, your toe will get stepped on. So when you wear open-toe shoes, you make yourself more vulnerable to injury. So make sure that you wear closed-toe shoes. And then when it comes to makeup, I would definitely lay off the heavy makeup. Like, I wouldn't wear like a full coverage foundation. I wouldn't wear like heavy eyelashes. I would keep it natural. Like, the beat that I have right now is like a natural beat. Like, I would do this kind of makeup, especially because you're going to be outside and it's usually in the summer and your face will melt off. The next question that I got was, do you want to take cash or card? And I would say both. You want to take both cash and card into a music festival because you don't know what kind of vendors there are going to be in the music festival. I would argue that all of them take card, especially at the more fancier music festivals like Coachella and Bonnaroo. Like, most of them are going to have a card reader, so you really don't have to worry about cash. But I would bring cash just in case. You never know. It might not just be for vendors. You might need to, I don't know, things can happen. So I think it's a good idea to have both. So I'll have my debit card, but I also might have $20, $40 in cash on me. So I think it's a good idea to have both when you're at a music festival. The next one I got is really important. A lot of people ask me, how did you not pass out at music festivals? Let me give you a rundown. I've been to Coachella, I've been to Afropunk, both Brooklyn and Atlanta. I've been to Broccoli City Fest. I think I'm missing some, but I've been to a lot of music festivals. And at music festivals, a lot of times you're standing up and you're in a crowd watching, the performer on stage. Especially when it's a popular performer, there's a lot of people, so you end up getting bunched up. And I'm not even being dramatic. This is literally how you stand in the crowd when it's that crowded. So it's very easy to feel like you're about to pass out, because you might actually pass out. But one thing I will say is that it is so important to take care of yourself when you're at a music festival. So important. Like I said earlier, music festivals are really taxing on your body. and you need to make sure that you are taking the proper steps to make sure that you are healthy and happy. Your well-being is more important than your favorite performer. I'm sorry. So, there are different ways that you can take care of yourself to prevent you passing out. One is staying hydrated. Water is so important. You need to drink water at these music festivals. Like, get yourself a reusable water bottle and fill it up throughout the day. Majority of the music festivals let you have those kind of bottles, and they do provide free filling stations where you can fill up your water bottle for free. Look, y'all, it's so important to stay hydrated. A lot of people pass out because they're dehydrated. The next thing is, when you need a break, take a break. I would suggest bringing an old flannel that you have, or old, kimono kind of thing. Preferably a flannel, so you can tie it around your waist. And whenever you get tired, just lay that flannel out and sit down and have a seat. Just sit down and take a load off. Another key advice is, when you are in the crowd and you feel like you're gonna pass out, you can feel your anxiety going crazy. One thing I do a lot is I look up into the sky. When you're facing front, you're surrounded by all these people. But when you look up into the sky, you can kind of get some fresh air, and it helps you get the blood flowing back, and it helps calm your nerves. I would definitely suggest that. I did that a lot. My next question that I got was, how do you feel about festival whites? So if you don't know what a festival white is, basically it's white people that come to music festivals in culturally insensitive garb. And honestly, I go to music festivals a lot. I'm around white people a lot because of the area I live in, and I just ignore them, to be honest. I ignore them, and I kind of already mentally prepare myself to see that kind of stuff. I already know I'm gonna see white guys with dashikis and locks, or white girls with bindis, or white people with Native American tribal wear. It's really frustrating. It's really annoying to see, but I definitely don't let it consume me. I just roll my eyes and keep it moving, because they're not worth my energy, and their hair is gonna fall out at the end of the day, and more than likely they're gonna get held accountable, if not at that music festival, somewhere else. Okay, now that I got the questions out of the way, the one thing I do want to talk about is or the things I would like to talk about is my other advice that I have for you guys. One of them is bring a portable charger. OMG, this is so important. I know portable chargers can be kind of pricey, but it's so worth the investment. Your phone is going to get drained while you're out at a music festival. You're around all these people, and depending on where the music festival is, make sure that you bring a portable charger. To give you context, I brought 2 to Coachella. So my phone was always charged, always ready to go. Also, if you're with your friends, turn your airplane mode on. The reason why is to kind of save you some battery life, because a lot of times your phone is trying to search for a signal, and that ends up draining your phone battery. So definitely turn off your airplane mode when you don't need your phone. It's just the easiest thing to do to, prevent your phone from dying in the first place. So unfortunately, at music festivals, there aren't real bathrooms. The restrooms are porta potties. If you do have to use it, definitely bring hand sanitizer. Have hand sanitizer in your bag, and then also have the moist towelettes that you can use, or baby wipes you can use to wipe yourself up and do what you gotta do. And also, safety is really important when you're at a music festival. It's so important. Make sure that you have your friends' numbers written down on a piece of paper, because say if your phone dies, you don't have your friends' phone numbers memorized. You will have that to be able to refer to, so that if you have to ask a stranger or security at the venue to use their phone, you'll have those numbers on hand. And I don't only just put my friends' numbers on there, I also put my emergency contact number on there. So I have my parents' numbers on there, or whoever, I'll have my friends' parents' numbers on there. It's just important to just make sure that you're prepared, and you're not going to be at a dead end. Make sure that your friends' numbers are written down and that you put it in a really, good place. Like put it in your pocket, put it in, put it behind your phone case, something. Like just make sure that you have that on you. And I would come up with a location to meet at if one of you get lost. So, a lot of times you do get lost from your friends at these big music festivals because there's a lot of people. So if any case where you can't get in touch with them, you can't get a hold of them, just come up with a spot. Be like, all right, well, if you get lost, I can't get to you, then let's just meet up at this tree by the hot dog stand or something like that. Make sure that you do have that location and that's memorable so you don't forget. Yeah, those are pretty much my last tidbits about, music festivals. And I want to talk about now, I'm sure this is why y'all are all here, but I want to talk about affording music festivals. No offense to the other YouTubers who have made music festival survival videos, but a lot of them are like well off. A lot of them get sent to these festivals for free, so they don't really talk about the affording aspect of it. So I wanted to do this part, to share with my fellow working class people, the people who would like to go to these music festivals but don't have the money to do so. Let me tell you, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. One thing that people don't know is that a lot of these big music festivals have payment plans. The reason why I was able to go to Coachella was because of a payment plan. I did not pay for my ticket in full. I signed up for the payment plan and I paid between $70 to $80 per month. And I did that for about 6 months maybe. Coachella is not the only one. I know Bonnaroo does it, Firefly. I think Lollapalooza might do it. Rolling Loud does it. Like, you have these options. Like, you can do a payment plan. A payment plan is definitely a great way to be able to go to a music festival without putting a dent in your wallet. Other advice about affording a music festival is to plan ahead. Like, plan far in advance. When you give yourself more time, you give yourself more time to save money. Well, another thing I do is I do a saving plan. So I will literally go into Google Drive, pull up Google Docs, and I will make a plan on how I'm going to afford this music festival. So I'll add up the cost, or I'll list the cost, I should say. Let's say Afropunk is the music festival we're saving up for. So Afropunk, okay, tickets are, let's just say $100. Tickets are $100. The plane ticket from North Carolina to there is about $150. Airbnb, if you're going, go with a group of people. That's another thing. Like, definitely go with a group of people. But let's say it's like $130 per person or something like that. So, just list those costs, add it up, and be like, okay, so this is how much I need to save to actually be able to go to the music festival. And so once you get your ticket and you check that off, once you got your Airbnb, your flight checked off, what you should be doing in the meantime is also spending money. So I'll say, like, I'm gonna get my plane ticket this time, and I'm gonna get my Airbnb and all that at this time, so that I will have time to save up spending money after I've already handled the the important stuff. So that was my list on how to survive a music festival. I hope you guys enjoy your music festival season. Make sure that you are being smart and that you are safe and that you have a great time and you do not put a dent in your wallet in the process. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.